Hello, we are back again. So I have gone for one of my previous mannequins just because I wanted to have a variety. So I'm going to try. Mm, okay, but yeah, it has been an interesting and dynamic week. I have been doing quite a lot of research writing, which has been good. Um, I feel like I'm not quite where I'd like to be, uh, but getting there. I've also been playing quite a few games, lots of them just for the fun of playing games, taking a bit of a break from the virtual world and virtual spaces in terms of the ones that are specifically towards my research and playing a little bit of other things. But either way, we are back here again, and oh, hello, Theron. I am going to be doing just the basics of a corset today. So, oh, thank you for the follow, much appreciated. Oh, hello, hello, Theron. Hello, what's the matter? Okay, Theron is gone. All right, so we're back again. I am just putting up a visual image for myself to give me a bit of a better idea of the shape that I want. There we go. Um, so because I was thinking of doing this in Illustrator first and uploading it, but I am just doing this for experimentation, so it doesn't need to be perfect in that way that I would want from Illustrator. I've already done that bit wrong. I want that slightly lower. I can always take it in later. That is one of the lovely joys of working with CLO, that there is an opportunity to edit later, and so you can just make things in a way that maybe it isn't. Oh gosh, I didn't mean to do that. Constantly pressing delete or backspace and pressing delete instead of backspace, because I don't know how much you know about CLO, but if you press backspace, then it goes back just one space based on what you're doing. So if I did that and then I did that, I didn't like it. If I just press backspace, it just deletes the one before. Whereas if you press delete or undo, which I think is a bit of a shame, because Control Z is it's a staple for computing, and when you use it here, it deletes the whole thing. And so it takes a little bit of getting used to realize that you can't do that. And I think that especially with things where they're so automatic, where you just kind of think, oh, save, floppy disk, Control S, go back, or undo, Control Z, redo. I think it's Control Y. I don't redo often. It can be a little bit challenging to get used to the fact that that doesn't work, or it doesn't work in the way intended, which can be a little bit annoying sometimes actually, but that's the part of um, getting used to a program and its systems. Okay, so I want to reverse, 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 reverse. Okay, fine. I'm trying to. Well, I was trying to turn it around to reverse the normals. That will do. Okie dokie. Oh, whoops. Okay, so now I will put that here. Oh, that's so confusing because I've done it on the wrong side. Okay, so let me copy and symmetric pattern with sewing. Okay, yeah. So because what I wanted was to make sure that they, even though that's going to be on the, is that the right side now? Either way, so they will now mirror each other. So if I make an edit in one, it will now mirror on the other side. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. So this is the back section. Now they kind of look like little wings. And now I need to do the front. These are the wrong way around still, because it should be, yeah, so it's going to go on the back like that, so that goes along the back neckline. Oh no, that is the right way around. I'm very, let me do the rest and then sew it all together and see where I have gone awry. That's probably the best thing to do. So I'm going to start from, no, I'm not going to start from there. I'm going to start from here. And then probably should have made that more even, but that's okay. And make that there. It's okay to be slightly freer in the beginning just because the base material is rather stretchy. So you have that kind of freedom, which is nice. I'm going to make that slightly longer and then go up, and is that matching? That's the one I want it to match to. There. And then there. And I actually don't like where that point is already, so there we go. Right, so that's the center front. So now I need the two side pieces, which are fairly simple. I just need them to measure. I might draw them first and then do the measurements, because I could try and make it be that line exactly, so 783.1, but I actually much prefer to, so I could try and do it. So 780. Oh, see, this is the problem I have. 780. All right, hold on one second. Hello. Sorry, I thought it might be an emergency call, but it was not. So I've already forgotten the number that threw me. It was 783. Yeah, okay. And then this is going to come down there. I want to add a little bit of a curve because that's the flare I want. That I'm going to add another curve there, and I think I'm going to have that one be up there and then up there. So I'm not looking at one particular pattern. I'm actually looking at several and then trying to amalgamate them together to be what I need them to be. And then I'm going to, that's a bit too pronounced actually. Yeah, actually, no, it's all right. And then I'm going to alter and edit them so that they fit together in the way that I would like them to. I think it's one of the things I really like about Chloe, that freedom to just explore and see how things look and to kind of think, oh, I wonder if I did this, what would happen? And that gives a fantastic opportunity to just mess around and see what will happen if. So I have no idea what will happen when I attempt to put these together. I'm assuming that some of them will be a little bit too long because I can already kind of see that it's not quite the right shape, but that is one of the things I really like about being able to do this because, hmm, whoops, sorry, press the wrong area. So I want to make this. Gosh. All right, okay. Let me do that one more time, this time clicking on the right side. There we go. But yeah, so it's things like that that allow you to really kind of make it your own and edit it into your own kind of final piece. I need a rectangle. I should probably check. This one I can just do because, oh no, I didn't take it off of this. There we go. So this is 861.2. So uh, I'm going to go for 40. Yes. And make this 861.2, which is I think the number that I made this, but I can't remember. And let's go to fabric, and I know what fabric I want. I don't know where it is. Do you know, really, it doesn't really actually matter. So now I'm going to change this and make it purple because that's not a color I'm planning on using on this particular one. Applying clothes and make the opacity level about that one and turn it into leather trim. I think that's the one. No, there we go. Trim full grain leather to make it extremely rigid. And then I'm going to start thinking about sewing. So that will go to there. This is what makes me think, is this the wrong way around? Or maybe I should just put the backs together. Maybe trying to have them match up with the fronts is a bit overcomplicated. So that should fit there. So if I put this there, if I had done this, so this is one of the very early avatars that I made for my CLO development, and I did not put the points on there properly. So as you can see, it's a different size to the main avatars, and so the points are not in the right place, and I could move them. It's not that complicated to do. If you've watched one of my previous videos, I think I did it in one of the videos. I might have done it off camera, but it's definitely something I can do later if it's something that people are interested in. Um, Thank you, Cardboard Swift. Please just message me and I'll definitely look into that. Thank you very much. It might be interesting. Now, where was I? Okay, so now these pieces, this is where I need to change the measurements because this one needs to go to just that side. I want to leave that bit. Oh, whoops. Okay, so let's do that. There we go. And this needs to go to this and this to this. And then we are going to have a copy of that. Actually, no, that's not. More because I want a copy of the material. And I'm actually going to edit this slightly by adding a new point here and then deleting that notch so that I can sew this to this. And then I am going to copy this and symmetric place with sewing. And so in theory, as long as we don't get too much fighting among the messes, that should all come together fairly nicely. But before I do that, I am just going to check the measurements. So that's 661 and that's 664. So 6, 6. Mm. Okay, I think that, yeah. Oh gosh. There we go. So on the number keys, you have the wonderful opportunity to just go to different views, which I don't use often unless I spin out of control. So I also need. Hmm. Okay. I need to make another shape, but I want a freeform. So give me a polygon to, oh gosh, back just one. Right, so okay, fine. Um, okay, so this will go here, and this needs to be copied and paste symmetrically so that I'm hoping the sewing line is copied over, so it's attached to the opposite side. Um, and then what I need to do is work out what this measurement is. It is that 30.2? 30.2, okay. Mm, and then I should be able to, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to create an, actually I don't know if I have to do that. I might be able to just create a, we'll see. I've not tried this before. So, no, I can't. Hmm. Oh, that's why I can't do it, because I pressed the wrong thing. So I want an internal line, I would say just about here. and then 30.2, insert that, press OK, press enter again, and I should, yes, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to be able to sew to this line without twisting it. That way. I think I might have done that the wrong way around. We will see. So the point of creating the internal line was because I don't want it to be sewn to the front, the edges. It's not a seam per se. It's slightly more more like a strap. So putting the internal line gives me the opportunity to sew that kind of overlapping. We'll see how it goes. It might not work out for me. Okay. That's fair enough. I did think that I might have to make them slightly longer, so so I didn't get them cutting through the mesh. But you know, it's all a process, and that's what I said about this. I like that it is a process, and I do get to experiment and say and see what works and what doesn't, and also see how it behaves in the computer simulation version of itself, which is always super interesting. Because it's an interesting abstraction on the real world. And if you've ever seen any of my previous videos, I am super fascinated by simulations in any form. So this is always a fantastic opportunity for me to just be able to do this and experiment. I am going to now add another fabric. I need to make it a different color ever so slightly, just so I am fully aware what is using what fabric. I'm just going to make it a really subtle kind of like beigey caramel. And then this one, I'm going to try that just so that I can see which one I like better. And I'm going to make this one slightly, there we go, green. There we go. And that will give me some idea of which would work best for this pattern, or if I need to save one as one type and one as the other. And I feel like actually this would benefit from being slightly wider. And I feel actually I only need to edit one of these, which is quite nice. I'm glad I put those in the middle now, because that kind of keeps the shape. Let's have a look. Right. Okay, so because I can't really see my seam lines, but I know what to do. should I just do it as the whole thing? Maybe with, gosh, maybe with without that top. Right, so I have forgotten how to turn these lines into top stitches. So I will do that bit later. I might have to look it up. I feel like I just did this the other day. Oh, right. Duh. So there is an opportunity to change the color, the thickness, um, the stitch, the distance as well, of the top stitching. I can even make it a double line. So I might do that later, but this is more about giving each section more definition. I think I prefer the trim full grain leather, so I'm going to change the rest of them, I think. But I do sort of think that this is too thin. So 1, 2, and then 1, 2, and we'll see how that goes. Yeah, I'm a lot happy with that. I just think it needs to be, that needs to be further up the shoulder, and I think that needs to be further down. Hello, thank you for joining us. So what was I doing? Oh, I was adding top stitching. Right, so if I just press shift, it highlights all of them, and then I can get rid of the ones I don't want. So I don't want to create top stitching up here. Not that I don't want top stitching up there. I want to put some bias binding along that edge, and I want the top stitching to go over the bias binding. Yes, trying to make a corset, oh, another corset. I feel like all I've been doing lately is corsets. Not really sure why. So let's offset as internal lines and keep everything the same as the other one. Brilliant. And then these bits at the bottom that are getting missed out. They are really fun to make, and I like being able to kind of edit them and really make unusual shapes. And I really like, in comparison to making corsets in real life, the opportunity to use, oh, whoops, different fabrics that wouldn't necessarily give you that corseting effect, which is always quite nice, especially sheer fabrics, because you can make sheer corsets. It's just not quite the same as how you can do it on clo, which is amazing. Oh, I missed those lines. Right, okay, and I haven't done the back. Ooh, okay. So select them all, right click, and sorry, what did you say to do? Um, is it this one? That's weird. Mm, well, that's definitely something to write down to look up. Ah, thank you for the tip though. I'm definitely going to look that up later, see to see how you do that. It's probably just moved somewhere. Because I literally just before I started the stream did an a CLO update, and I didn't actually look what was updated this time. Usually I do, but because I'm already slightly late in starting than I wanted to be, I just let it update. Um, I should probably do curve points on those as well, so there's an element of consistency. I doubt that I'm going to look at this in this much detail because it's going to be in a bigger world that I'm creating in Unreal Engine. But I like the attention to detail that having made the garments in CLO kind of gives you by being able to do top stitching and quilting and all of those elements. Right, okay. What has upset you so? Maybe this one might be happier as the other material. So that one is the side section of my stays. How unusual. All right. That is a problem for the next round of designing. Oh, I just realized I shouldn't have done that because if I'm going to put bias binding around the top, I shouldn't have a top stitch there. I don't think I can undo that though. I don't think I can go back that far. That's okay. Okay. Lovely, lovely stuff. Or did I go back too far and get rid of the top stitches there? No, that's still fine. Oh, I will have to. Do you stream close stuff? Because I'd love to check out your stream. There's always. Ah, okay. Oh, fantastic. Thank you so much for that. Isn't that nice? All right. I have a list somewhere and I can't remember what one this is. This is, I think this is going to be, I think this is the lava inspired one I was doing. I'm sure that's the first one I said I was going to do. So I'm actually just creating the basic shape in CLO. I'm going to export this, and do some manipulations in Blender with the material, but I needed the detail. Ah, lovely. I needed the detail of the stitching and the draping that you can do in other like programs, but I just much prefer it in CLO. So here we are. But that is it for today because I don't, oh wait, I do want to do more. So that is not it for today. We carry on. I want a okay. That is about where I want it. So if we right, so not 115, just 15. That seems a little bit small. I don't know if that's too large. I'm going to go for not. There we go. I like that. And no. Oh, I should have counted how many I needed. But I suppose it will be easier to get rid of them if I do more than I need rather than the opposite. That's way more than I need. But that's okay. Oh, I was wrong. That is not more than I need. No, I really should do that again. So there. I've already forgotten the number that I used. Nope, it's all coming back to me. It was 18. This was 36. 180. And I think I... There we go. So I can delete the ones I don't need now, which are... Definitely don't need that one. And I want to cut and sew. Really? Which one? Oh, I see. I see the problem. I did this. now that I've done that properly, there we go, should be able to move that to the side, and I should be able to do the same thing for, whoops, there we go, and put that down the middle. If I select, right, okay, so right, so now I've got my corset loops at the back, I need my corset loops at the front. Okay, so I want to change the default button to a, it's not supposed to be a button. There we go. I want it to be that one. No, that's not the one I like. Is it that one? Yes. Mm. And maybe the other one was nicer actually. Actually, I might go for, and then just go for 4. Mm. Seems I am going for a kind of lava theme on this. I feel like something close to a rose gold. Or should it be black, like or like the lava when it actually hardens? That might be nice with a metallic sheen. But that looks more gold. Or would I have to actually go? I don't really like absolutes in terms of like colors to the extreme. Um, mm, I don't hate it. I'm just not sure about it. But either way, part of the process. I still need to put an internal line and sew some straps there. But it is time for me to go today. But I must say thank you to Sega Saturn for your help and your tips. And hopefully, I will get a chance to look at your stream. And next time, I will be putting the I will be putting this into Blender to manipulate the fabrics and hopefully add a few more animations. But I do want to get the rest of like the corseting done on these stays and edit the pattern, because this is a kind of basic pattern, but it's not done for plus size, which is what I really wanted to do. I really wanted to have it in here so that I could do that. So yeah, I will see you in the next stream. Thank you for watching, and I will see you later. Bye.